All right. Just getting situated this morning. Did a lot of work on the rig overnight. A lot of little kinks worked out. And then a lot of kinks that were made. So, time to iron those out today. Exactly. Twitch gives me these, like reviews after I finish a stream. And it shows me what percentage of the world people are watching from. 19% of my audience is in the Netherlands. Just saying. It's you. It's pretty much you. I just saw that. So, like, US is like 25% or 24%. And then the next one down was the Netherlands at 19. And I was like, oh, that must be Xander. Your weekend vibe moment? Yeah, but I was gone for a while. I'm a little bit back now. Not quite. Yeah, you weren't at every one of them, but I guess is that just not doing it then? Why? Plus 5? I mean, I'll do 6. Fine. I'll push the button. But thank you. What just happened? Almost perfect. Yeah, exactly. Push the button, Mike. Alright. So we need to come back up at half speed. And Fritz builds another island. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, right. Top Gear was pretty good. I still watch a little bit of it. I got pretty far with this rig last night. I mean, it's just them bashing on everything. It's kind of funny. They do some crazy stuff. It hits home is what it does. Let's see if it'll eat this sled. I mean, it did. It yeeted it, for sure. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna add the timer. I think it's just based on the hinge rotation. It should be fine. And then we'll say flip that back up, and when we come back up, it's gonna have to move to the next step. I also need to fix that initial. Man, I need to go through the whole script. So I want like a clean break, right? I don't want it to be flipping around on the arm. It just needs to grab and chuck. Although I can watch this, like, feed these rods all day long. Ah. I'm just here for a presence. So that did not work at all, actually. Hmm. Let's see. So that should have fixed it. So adding the check back in makes this not null anymore. So that's going to become true. And maybe put this down to 5, maybe? And we'll initiate the yeet immediately. Ah, yes. Much cleaner. So now we should be able to unload a sled, yeet said sled, and work on moving. So we need to move the positioner to position something so that that thing is out of the way. It's gonna be so funny having a pile of to enable this dealio. Yep. To move the dealio back into place to do it all again. Yeah, rinse and repeat. No. Well. Why does it like it? Hum. I mean, I was trying to avoid rocket boosters on the sleds. I mean, obviously rocket boosters on the sleds, right? But then do they even need to be moved? Like, you just rocket booster them off? They don't even need... But that's gonna, like, really introduce a lot of, like, braking mechanics. Like, you'll be able to, like, blow something up real easy. And the other side is a big tank of oil. So it's probably not a good idea to, like, go, like, blasting things off when there's a big tank of oil. If you break it, it's gonna start leaking. You know, you leak all the oil out, you're not gonna be happy. So I want, like, a semi... Because I'm using hard points anyways. So, like, you know, putting a rocket booster here. I think maybe what it is. Maybe what it is something like that. So it just sucks because it works like right off the go. So if I eject the sled right away, it's like there's enough tension in it that it eats it pretty good. But whenever I try to unload the sled and then move it back to eject it, then there's like some kind of delay with the handover, and it kind of takes the yeet out of it. It made it over the rail. So this has to move back out of the way. And then that one releases. Yeah, I think it's too long, honestly. Because it's like flipping over the edge, and I'm not happy with it flipping. Ooh. Got a kitten that's clawing my feet. Yeah, having to play the weight game. where mass is how strong anything is. Schlebeck. Yeah, mine. I don't have any, I'm sorry, that was a joke. I know, I'm sorry. That was a bad one, I know. I'm planning to put out some um, Lua tutorials, because we need it. Like, we need Stormworks Lua tutorials, like, really bad. And we need, what I want is, like, in-depth, like, slow, in-depth, this is why kind of tutorials. So, it's on my docket. I'm also generating another Mad World, so there might be Stormworks server up and going here. Well, you know. Let's see. We'll do 2 meters. So we'll move it back 2 meters. And yeet mode right away. And I hated this. So oh. Oh, that broke. Quite unexpectedly. Huh. All right, let's go with the 100 tick timer. Which just makes everything start up fine. It was kind of breaking when I took the timer out, so that was not the right way to initiate an eject sequence on startup. Oh wait, it is broke. Love it when they're like, take it to the technician. And it's like, you are the technician. See, that's better. I'll take that. I'll take that. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'll take it, and I'm gonna take this off of it. One more time. It's coming along pretty good now. I just need to get this other system working of moving the sleds forward. Here we go. Yeah. I don't think it went that far. And is it? Out of the way. No, it's out of the way. Reliable enough, maybe? Oh, hello, Nilo. How are we doing? Good enough. Nice. I'm just doing fun stuff in Lua. That's all. Well, okay. Now that's not as good as I was thinking in the first. That's not good enough. Come on. So let's see. Let's check the connector. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll just write it in the same statement. Why not? So once it disconnects, then we need to say that we have one less. So sled count. Sled count minus one. We'll have 4 sled counts. Or we'll have 4 sleds left. And 4 means 2? So how about we do this another way? Sled count equals 1. Sled count equals sled count plus 1. And then we need to dang it. Well, let's see. We could do like a sled. Probably should put equals in there too. And it should be less than. Now it should move back by just using the position. And now I need it.
make a 2. Check to see if it's out of the way, which is the rack position left and right. So if it's greater than 1.8, let's see. So I'll have to do this for the forward backwards too, so it can go to different positions. So these are gonna have to change. So LR position, forward, backwards position. All right, so the music stopped. Oh, did I do it wrong? I just went through this all wrong. I'm doing it left-right position for this. It would be forward back position.
it's less than it, move that way. If it's greater than it, move the other way, or don't move at all. So, now we need to make positions. So, based on FB position, it's going to be minus 0.5 to push it forward. So let's see. This is gonna have to be kind of a cycling thing to go back and forth. And it's gonna have to go grab. So right now it's grabbing the first one. Oops. Oh. What happened there? Pretty sure the streams crossed on that one. Let's see. I really don't like these.
Ooh, this is gonna get messy, but hopefully I can clean it up. Let's see if select count is greater than or equal to 2, and we have a connection. And so this one is going to be the rack loader connection. Let's see what happens. A little excited, but it's definitely gonna do something over here. Well, I don't know, maybe. What? You gotta be kidding me. I had the nodes plugged wrong. Yep, Stormworks moment. So R2 did not release. Oh, jeez. Come on. So if it's not connected, it's going to move back. So we need to set this connector to true or to false. So chuck connector is the output. Rack load release. So slide count becomes 2. It should release 2 and start moving forward. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, it's gonna mess up big time. And yeet. Oh. Oh, hello, Gerla. And hello, Xander. You built boat 2. Nice. Can't wait till you get into the helicopters. Nah, it's all good. I don't think there's too many disgraceful Stormworks creations. Okay. Right? Definitely more rudder. Alright, where am I going with this? Did you know? What kind of engine? Like the pre-built one? That one's nice, man. It does pretty much everything. Modulars are where it's at. If you're looking for fuel economy and power, then the modulars are where it's at. If you're looking for ease of use and just like, let's go, then, you know, do the pre-builts. Um, Yeah, the microcontrollers. All right. If you want a microcontroller to hook up to your modular engine, download the ZE Modular Engine Controller by Wind. It's the singular best one out there, I think. Not sponsored. It just handles every one of the engines I've ever thrown at it. YouTube? You know, I'm dual streaming right now on YouTube. Let's see. Does not help you. Well, I mean, but I could help you build a modular engine. Please. Let's build a modular engine. Certainly. How big of an engine do you want? Let's start small, shall we? We'll start with a crankshaft. And we'll grab the 1x1. You can see on these faces that there's kind of two textures. There's the roundy part and the squarey part. The roundy parts are the crankshafts, and that's actually what gets connected to the pipes later on. So those all have to be connected together in order to share the crankshaft. The other thing you'll need are cylinders. And the cylinders have the squarey bits on them. So let's put those all over. And then you'll need manifolds. If you notice on the cylinders, they have the squarey bits, and then they have the 4 ports. So these are the 4-port manifolds. And you'll connect them together. Now if you notice, they have the 4-port manifolds on the fronts as well, so they connect together through themselves. So you really only need to connect kind of just one row to one row. You don't even need a bunch of extras, but the extras kind of look cool in my opinion. They cost more and they're heavier, so keep that in mind if you're trying to, you know, build on a budget or something like that. More in this modular mess. We're gonna have these what are called modular engine drives, or the belts. the drive belts, and we'll put one on the front. It has the roundy bit, and then it has rectangular bits. And the rectangular bits are for these, the modular engine pump, the modular engine starter, and the modular engine alternator. We're going to use a starter. And you can see which way they go by that thing that hangs down on them. So you'll have to like rotate them around to get them on the side. On the back side, we'll need a clutch. Now, make sure that you notice 1x1. So we're using a 1x1 crankshaft, a 1x1 cylinder, and then a 1x1 drive belt, and then we'll also use a 1x1 clutch. To make it go vroom, you need 4 things. Oh jeez. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. And those 4 things are going to be air, fuel, exhaust, and cooling. The fuel is pretty straightforward. We'll get a fuel manifold. And then a tank. We'll just put it right around there. And then generally we'll set tanks to their fuel type using the selection tool up at the top. But you won't have to do that if you're just using a diesel. And then we'll use an air manifold. So that was the fuel manifold to the diesel, and we'll use an air manifold. And then if you type in air, basically any of these ports are gonna work. But I like to use this little filter here, because it's easy. So that's 2 of them, so that's gonna be the fuel and the air. And then on the back here, we'll do some exhaust. So the exhaust has 2 ports, basically. There's a corner and a straight. I'm going to use the corner here. And this is kind of the same thing with the air, is you'll just need a port. But they do have these kind of cool fluid exhausts, which kind of look like an exhaust. Pretty straightforward, right? A long engine, well, it's small. Like here, so let's do a 3x3. 3x3 crankshaft. So that's one cylinder on the next size up. And then there's even a size up from that. We can go 5x5. So my favorite one. Oh, that's like for a tanker ship, bro. Like, you're like floating the Titanic around with a lot of those. Honestly, the 5x5s are a little bit redonkulous. Yeah, they are. Dude, I've got ones that have 5x5 engines in them. So, I have them. I have built them. Yeah. They're big. But these don't produce a whole lot of power. So, you know, this is a 15-cylinder engine, and it's probably going to make your boat drive okay. So just remember on the air intake, if it's going to be inside of your boat, you're going to have to like pipe it up and put one of these like sealed ports on there. Or what you would do is take a enclosed straight pipe and it's the same thing with the exhaust too. Why is my boat keep? Well, you keep putting holes in it. You can't put holes in it. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, that happens, buddy. Alright, so now it's time for the cooling. And this is where everybody has a different way. Everybody does. Radiators. Radiators are very easy. So, one of the things that the radiators are good are better, they are better outside. So like we'll have our engine room here. So boats can do many things, actually. So there is what's called seawater cooling for a boat, also. You know, so that is a thing as well. But what I'm trying to show you here is that if you're going to use a radiator, put it outside. Then if you're going to use if you're going to use a radiator, put one pump in and one pump out. And then there's one that's called a coolant manifold. And so the coolant manifold needs to be placed in line with the radiator. I'm just trying to show you an easy way to do it. It's probably way too big of a generator. Blooming succulents? All right. So I just put some kind of load on there. You could put a propeller or a small generator or something. That's fine. Then the next thing you'll need is a throttle lever. And this is going to be your drive clutch. And so you will go to the logic nodes and hook it up to the clutch. So from the green node to the green node. We need a toggle button and another throttle. And then the modular engine controller. The ZE modular engine controller. Let me know if I'm going too fast. In the logic nodes, don't put that generator on there then. Put the small one on. I just want to see the engine try, right? So you would have yours on the propeller, right? Yeah. But I'm mad. So we'll use the generator. Oh, thanks, Viper. Yeah, if you haven't already downloaded it, there's your Linkola. So we'll take that toggle button and we'll drag it from the small node, and we'll hold down the control button on the keyboard so we can draw multiple lines. And if you hold it down, keep holding it down, and you'll keep the line on the mouse. Very, very convenient. If you let go, then you'll have to draw another line to another thing. So, first of all, we're going to go to the on-off of the controller. And then we're going to go to all of our cooling components. So the fan and our pumps. So that when we turn on the button, we're going to turn on the microcontroller and we're going to turn on the cooling. Now we could start hooking up the microcontroller. So we'll look for one that says throttle value. Hook that up to our throttle lever that we have next to our button. We won't worry about the dynamic stoke. Stoke. AFR. Don't worry about that node. That's not a node we have to worry about. But the air manifold, we'll put to the air manifold, right? Real hard. And then fuel manifold to the fuel manifold. And then there's a red one here for the starter. And then a green one that says crankshaft RPS. And that's going to go to the crankshaft, and it's going to go to the one that says RPS. This is the one that gets tricky. So on the left side, we're going to have to come down to the composites, and these are the purple nodes. And there's one here that says cylinder, and we can hook it up to any of them that are there. So again, just making sure that the clutch is hooked up, the starter is hooked up, fuel manifold, air manifold, pumps are going. All of these seem to be connected on the microcontroller, except for the one we don't really worry about. It's like an extra one he added. Now I have infinite electric on, but just for funsies, we're gonna add a battery. And why not? I'm gonna move some stuff around. Yeah, it's gonna have to go that way. And then we'll put on an alternator. And make sure that it's wrapped around that front part. And in the logic node of the alternator, it has a clutch pressure. And we kind of want this to always be on. So we'll just hook it up to the crankshaft RPS. It's just an easy way to send it a number so that it's always on. If the engine's on, the clutch is on for the alternator, it's going to be making us power. So also in here, down on the left-hand side, we can go down to the electric nodes. And for this, we could just hook them all up to the battery. It is, but I usually use redundancies. So I'll have just a setup just for my starting, and then a setup for the rest of the boat, just so that there's never a time that my engine is gonna not start. I can show you how to use a charger. If you like, a Dodge charger. Not battery charger. But yeah, so then this is basically it. Spawn it in, turn off infinite electric. So on the microcontroller, if we use the selection tool and select the microcontroller, we'll have a bunch of options that come up. And one of the things I like to do is select air to fuel ratio from the start. And we'll leave the air to fuel ratio at 13.8. And then just pretty much leave everything. I just like to click that. And the throttle at 0, or the RPS at 0 and RPS at 1, this is going to be the idle RPS, and this is going to be like full throttle RPS. And that's basically how fast you're going to go top speed. And so if we spawn it in, we'll see some stuff happening. So if we come in and push the button, we'll see that it runs 6 RPS. And I can probably do... We'll be at 14 RPS. Shut it down. Turn it on. The generator's not on. I don't have the clutch on. So right now, everything's being powered from the alternator. And we're taking fuel. So right now, we're using, what is it, minus 0.01 liters per second. Like, we're just sipping on fuel. But if we start turning this up, woohoo! Hey, runs it just fine. Now we're taking 0.05 liters of fuel, and we're making 47 power. So it's spinning it. If I want more power, then I'm gonna put a gearbox on. And so gearbox will basically do one of two things. It's going to either increase the RPS output or increase the torque output. And so I want to increase the RPS, so I'm going to point it towards the engine. And then when I select it, it has two values. One is an on value and one is an off value. The off value is what's basically going to be there all the time. And the on value is if you wanted to use a button to turn it on. That's what this value is. So we're going to use a button, so I'm going to change the on value to 6 to 5. And I'm going to take a toggle and go into the logic, hook up the electrics, and make sure that the little red node goes to the big red node of... Yeah, gearboxes are a lot more complicated. But this is just kind of an easy way to say, hey, let's get more power. Or let's get more speed. Not necessarily more power. I'm getting more power out of the generator, but not really out of your thing. So this is going to try to get more speed out of what you already have without burning up your engine. So we clicked it 6 to 5. Now I noticed that on the microcontroller, the RPS maximum is 14. And when I put full throttle and full clutch on the generator, I'm seeing 14 RPS. So that means that the engine is capable of running this load just fine. And if I add a gearbox, then I get more power. So now I'm getting 16 RPS out of the back because I clicked it once on the 6 to 5. So now I have 14 RPS on the input and 16.7 on the output. And what that tells me is because the 14 is still there, my engine is still revving at max. So let's click it one more time. So 6 to 5, let's go 3 to 2. And we'll start all this up. And we'll look at it. So now we're running just fine, 14 RPS, basically through the whole thing. And we'll turn on the gearbox and we'll get back to 14 RPS. Nice. So we can still do it. So now we're making 105 power. So we started at 45 power with no gearbox. And now we're up to 105 power. But now we're using 0.11 liters per second. So it's kind of proportional, so we'll use more gas, we'll make more heat, but we'll make more power out of the same little thing, right? And because it says 14 on this side, we can go even farther. Let's do one more. Let's do 9 to 5. And this is in the tuning phases of this. This is one of the aspects of the game that I like. Kick that generator in. Hit the button. 11, 12. Ooh, it kind of killed it, but let's see where we're going. So now we're not hitting our maximum. So now it's 12.51. It's not going to get any better than this. Basically, 121.5. We can probably finagle something crazier out of it, but I'm gonna guess that we're gonna... Oh yeah, we got a little bit more that we can probably do. Oh, the fuel, yeah. No, the air is a 1. So 1 is max, pretty much. So it's trying to max it out for us. Look at us blowing smoke. There we go. 121. Woo, it's trying. And then this will pretty much run until it overheats. But with this microcontroller, it's going to run the RPS back. So it's going to try not to start on fire. I mean, I could set it to do it. None. 60. It might take a while. Let's go. 216 power. $60 is about the maximum that the engines can rev at. But this temperature, the manifold 43, 44, 45, 46. It's not sustainable. Uh-oh. Mine reloaded. Well, it's not on fire yet. We're at 93. Yeah, poor radiator, exactly. One little radiator doing the work. What's that? No sound? Oh, there it goes, 115. It's a spicy boy. Yeah, it's pretty much modular engines. And then if your engine is overheating, then probably add more radiators, like a different cooling setup. Like I said, everybody has a different cooling setup, so just kind of find one that works for you. Hey, Jed. How you doing? How's the YouTube coming in? Oh, nice. Uh, what happened here? That's new. Maybe. Oh, yeah, that's a big green screen. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube is glitching out. Twitch is fine.